still a thorny issue and is still continuing. Lately, it's been indicated that Elon Musk is saying that his company Starlink could not operate in South Africa because of his race, of course. Just your comment on that.
Should I respond to it? Okay, thank you very much and good morning. Firstly, we must appreciate that Americans went to elections. Americans elected the Republican Party in the person of President Donald Trump of the United States of America. They didn't elect Elon Musk. And out of their own processes, they've opted to operate in this particular fashion. Secondly, that as the ANC, as this country, we are a nation that is known that we have come from a very deep-seated, institutionalized system that was based on race and hatred of the majority of South Africans, black people in particular. But that as the ANC, we are one of those parties that just on the basis of our existence, we exist to unite the people of South Africa irrespective of race. And therefore nothing that has to do with us involved in anything can have an aorta or inclination towards discrimination on the basis of race. What Elon Musk is saying, who is a former South African, has no bearing in anything that we are about. We have a trade relationship that is of mutual benefit to the United States of America and South Africa. You will remember, if you've been following, that even at a time when the president was there during UNGA, they actually had meetings on the sidelines of UNGA when the South African delegation met with other bodies and institutions of the United States. And again, in our spirit, we even said to him through the president, you have a responsibility to strengthen our relationship through your business. And therefore, nothing that has been said can actually be attributed to us. And I think you yourselves, as a public broadcaster, you know that this is not even a reflection of the policies of this country, of what the ANC stands for, and what the majority of white Afrikaner South Africans stand for. So it should be something that tells us more about the men.
The South African government stopped engaging because clearly diplomacy has failed.
Again, part of what we need to appreciate is how smart and diplomatic is the South African government. And we support the approach because, yes, sending a delegation to the United States can be something that we assume is the only way of communicating. We must remind South Africans, we have an ambassador, we have an embassy, we have a consulate in the United States of America. The consulate's business is to interact with people in the business sector, in people who are related with us on trade. We have a functioning consulate. We have an embassy. We have an ambassador who's down there. So, in fact, we are highly represented than people who book a flight and leave and come back. And therefore, part of what we are supporting as the ANC is what the Department of International Relations and Cooperation has said. The Trump administration must set its systems up so that then we can relate with the trade office on issues of trade. For now, there's no office that deals with trade because we have a binational agreement with the United States of America. And we're looking forward to enrich that binational agreement. On the other side, Comrade Parks, as the Minister for Trade and Industry, up until just last week, has been in touch with the Americans. Work is continuing because we have a functioning government in this country. We have a functioning government. It will not need just to send a delegation as and when the need arises to go and confirm what we are doing, or even them coming, because it can't just be a one-way traffic, or even them, because the other reality is that here we do not have an ambassador as yet of the United States of America, because then that would have also been an easy way of communicating. So in the midst of all this, I'm sure you've also seen what the court in the United States of America has said, that there has been an overreach around the issues of the US aid. There's been an overreach. So the ANC supports institutionalized mechanisms of relating on these matters. We have systems. The ANC is in touch with the South African Business Chamber of Business that is in the United States. We are in touch with others who we have historical relationships with, because we are not anti-America. What we are anti is bullying. What we are anti is disrespect of sovereignty. What we are anti is a situation where a minority believes that they can create instability in this country by going and meet. We don't even know who they met, by the way, those who went. Even the DA has not told who did they meet. They keep saying we met senior people. We have an ambassador who talks with the administration. And what has been good is that the option of sending a delegation has not been put aside, but us working through the right channels, you can now see, even within its own system in America, some of the pronouncements have not actually been condoned. We are also as yet to receive formal correspondence about these things that you find on tweet.
We want the minister to deliver the budget on Wednesday, and we keep ourselves abreast about what are the challenges we are facing from the point of view of this budget, and we discuss it in that context. It's an important item right now in our political lives, and that must be resolved. And we can't resolve it. Government cannot resolve it on its own. It must resolve it in concert with the people. And that's what is important, to take our country forward. We see people protesting and raising issues and all of that. It's nice to protest about anything, but they don't provide solutions. Others say tax the wealthy and corporate tax. It has been happening, and that is it. The fundamental question before us is, how do we address the shortfall? And we support the minister and working with everybody at the level of government, and government working with everybody